Hello and welcome to another anime lore and theory video. I'm Shergog, your host, and today we are going to take a closer look at how Albedo will betray Ein Soul Gone, for we all know that this betrayal is coming. But before we are going to take a closer look at any of this, let me quickly thank my Patreons for supporting this channel, and say my thanks to all users of the YouTube thanks function for making one-time donations. And with that said, let's take a look at the topic at hand. The betrayal of Albedo has been alluded to in various ways in Overlord, with many scenes in the anime and light novel hinting at its coming. Albedo continues to refer to Ainz as Momonga. Her being madly in love with Momonga is also quite troublesome, and I stress this again, madly in love with Momonga. She also has shown frustration when Ainz defended his friends, and falling for an obvious lie Hikaran Termite came up with on the spot. And she treats the flag of Nazarick like a piece of garbage, representing Ein Soul Go now. And again, this contempt for his new name is obvious everywhere. And at the same time, she saved the destroyed flag of Momonga and cherished it. And her room in and of itself is not only a red flag, it's a tapestry of danger. And in the 16th volume, she felt so concerned when she thought that Ainz who gets only angry when his friends are dragged through the mud, that Ein Soul Gone had uncovered her treason, that this is the reason why Ein Soul Gone was so mad when he messaged her. And therefore, she could do nothing but kneel and plead for mercy. Adding to the tension is the fear of an insidious espionage network Demiurge currently builds, almost like Albedo had something to hide. There also have been latent disagreements between the two for a while, raising the question not just whether or not Albedo will betray Ainz, but how she will do it. Now, from the beginning it seems clear that Albedo's motives lies in having Ein Soul Gone, or rather Momonga, exclusively for herself, meaning only her and Momonga, without him worrying about anything else, such as his role as Overlord. However, the Grey Tomb stands in the way of this, as being an Overlord demands much of his time and sometimes separates him from Albedo for weeks or even months on end. Albedo also fears that Ein Soul Gone might leave the guild, just like the other players have. And in contrast to almost any other being, except for maybe Nea Baraya, she also can interpret Ein Soul Gone's expressions and facial features. Recalling that at the beginning of the story, when Ainz did not want to be an overlord at all, she saw in his face the desire to simply cut ties and run away. Furthermore, there are the other players, Ainz' friends and former guild members, whom Albedo wants to eliminate with her kill team to prevent them from reaching Ein Soul Gone. In other words, a part of Albedo's plan has already been executed, and any supreme being approaching Nazarick would be in a supreme danger. So Albedo has troops currently under her command, ready to be deployed and to kill any supreme being before they could even reach Nazarick. But she likely has some idea why this is necessary. She has a very good reason to do this. Because you see, the 8 Great Kings are no longer rulers of the continent, because they have mutually annihilated each other in a civil war, player against player. In other words, it had been the players who destroyed each other, and not the former rulers of the world, the Dragon Lords. And the 2 other players who arrived in the New World 200 years before Ein Soul Gone had also fought each other for some unknown reason, so it makes sense for Albedo to be concerned about Ainz, and the way he cherishes his friends and defends them so vehemently. Albedo is worried, and likely rightfully so, that if other guild members show up and plan to betray Ein Soul Gone, that he would be completely unable to see it coming, and the ease with which Hikaran Termite could fool Ainz with such a blatant and obvious lie likely gave Albedo many sleepless nights. Albedo perceived this vulnerability as perhaps Ein Soul Gone's greatest weakness. However, What if Albedo also sees the other members of Nazarick, as in the other NPCs, as potentially dangerous? It's possible that she not only wants Ainz for herself, but also fears the betrayal from within the Great Tomb. Albedo may be worried that the other NPCs, apart from Leclerc, might eventually try to overthrow Ainz, especially when their creators arrive at Nazarick and take control over them. This implies that Albedo's kill team is not a permanent solution, but rather a emergency measure to protect Ainz Ulgon from potentially hostile NPCs from Nazarick and other players that could reach it. So Albedo might eventually try to destroy every other NPC not created by Ainz Ulgon. Which brings us to the prophecy from Nigredo, forecasting that Rubedo, Albedo's younger sister, will eventually bring a great calamity to Nazarick. And therefore I believe that Rubedo, now under Albedo's command, would eventually start to systematically destroy the Great Tomb from within, once Ainz is gone for let's say a year or so. Rubedo is considered unbeatable in one-on-one combat, and even powerful characters like Sheltier would be hopelessly outmatched. So in other words, Rubedo could gradually eliminate the NPCs of the guild when Ainz Ulgon is away. And then Albedo would use her considerable skills, which are even greater than that of Demiurge when it comes to domestic issues, to make it appear as if the betrayal came from the other NPCs, and that she is perhaps the only survivor of this mess. And the reason for this is simple. If there are no NPCs that are disloyal to Ainz Ulgon, in the face of let's say Peroronchino or Buku Buku Shagama or Touch Me actually arriving at the Great Tomb of Nazarick, then there's no way Ainz Ulgon could be overthrown. So this might be her end goal. And with that said, now it's your turn. Let me know what you're thinking about the coming treason of Albedo and how it will likely play out. And while you type, I say thank you very much for watching and special thanks to Ada Daddy Ader, ASK, Bad Guy Yi, Bad Burrito 316, Biza, Ben C, Brandon D, Chrissy, Crowley 0221, Sia, Crystal Prime, Dead Slime, Death is Mercy, Deathless Dragonlord, Demon Xenomorph 1987, Devin Downen, Ding Dong, Dragonlord Placidu Saxophone, Duckwagon, Dunkler Krieger, Dystopia II, Enigmatic Unicorn, Phil Ralshivan, Guy with Dead Head, Hector Marino, Hoss, Huster, Jacob G, Jana B, Jason, J. Morris, Chromius, Kyle R, Lee K. Long, Legendarius, Lelouch Britannia with a Mustache, Lexus Fox, Lord Nishikian Rai, Lord Touch Me, Loverazor, Merovec, Mr. Shoes, Mr. Tweaker, Michael R, Michael Y, Nope, Oh Hell No, Normal Toad, O'Kill, Overlord General Gasper, Peripentum, Personage, Primus 11, Rhinomere, Q&A Karakos P, Shergox's Daddy, Shadow Lightning Wolf, Shrine Keeper, Super Tier Magic Batista Bomb, Supreme Cheese, Staris, Ted, Texas Deer, The Orc Warboss, Rocket Smasher, T.E. Wang, Vash Hawkeye, Vegito27, Venture Fanatic, Wilhelm, Xenukai, and Zonagon. Thanks guys. Anyway, have a nice day, and I hope to see you all again soon under my next video.